Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Tunji Suleiman. I'm a computer engineer. My cybersecurity specialist and an IT and connectivity expert. So today, I'm also a son of the soil here. I'm an Ilori person, and I've been disturbed for the past few weeks on the trend matters that are trending relating to what a popular musician, Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde, said that àwọn àfáà wọ́n ganu sí ibì kan, meaning that àfáàs went somewhere, they went to his house and then they went and basically just they went under foot expecting food. Then another disturbing development recently is the issue of one Abdurrahman that is reported to have gone to murder is a lady friend of his for ritual purposes. He decapitated her and removed her hands and legs. These are very terrible things. These are very sorry developments. These are things that are not, they are not part of us in Ilorin, and they are not part of Islam. So I want to first of all make clear that these are not things that are part of Islam at all. Those people, what they are practicing is not consistent with the teachings of the Prophet or the teaching of the Quran or Hadith or even the lifestyle of the Prophet. These are things that they have these are what in Islam is called bid'ah, things they just brought and introduced, but they are evil things. If you introduce something that is good, it's okay. But if you come and be putting things that are not good, then people of conscience need to speak up. So some of us need to let it be known that these things are not part of us. They are not part of us in Islam, and they are not part of us in Ilorin. So, and part of what I think is causing some of these problems is ignorance and desperation for wealth. So the combination of ignorance and desperation for riches, for quick riches, this combination is a bad thing. And so we have to start to appeal to our affairs. Let us appeal to them to please. They need to look inwards. We need to look inwards because we need to ask ourselves some honest questions and speak some honest truths to ourselves. When we say, when our children go to madrasa, what are they learning in this madrasa? We say they should go to Ileke. What are they learning there? Are they learning things that are relevant to the current life, to the current economy? Are they learning the things that can empower them to be able to be able to stand on their own and be viable members of the economy? If we say when we were young, all of us used to do walima. Some of us did the daddy. We did all sorts. But when you look at it now, what is the daddy? What is sanawi? What is the equivalent of those things in modern education? The daddy is the equivalent of secondary school. If somebody goes to secondary school and has the modern SSCE that is consistent with Western education, what kind of work? Who is going to hire a secondary school leaver, which is the Western equivalent of the Idadi graduate? Who is going to hire that person to be a director in a company or a manager? So these certificates are no longer enough. Let us be honest to ourselves. Our people need to embrace the modern type of vocational and Western education that can be meaningful to this economy, or else we will continue to churn out people from the madrasas who are going to be desperate because they themselves, they want to be rich, they want to drive big cars, they want to wear fancy clothing, they want to build big houses. Can you do this through so because if you go to Idadi and all you do, you can either go and do jalabi or you go and do wasi. How many ikoma or wedding or fidao can you go to that we can bring enough money for you to do these big things that everybody wants to do in life? So this is the cause of desperation. This is why they will go to a place and then they'll be fighting over money. This is why they will go to a place and people like Wasiu and they will be saying they ganusi. So we need to start to let our scholars, our clerics, we need to let them understand that we need to embrace the good part of Western education, inculcate into our Islamic education such that we can have the best. Let our people be doing ICT. I'm an ICT expert. Let our people start to learn AI. Let them start to learn coding, programming. Let them start to incorporate this into the curriculum of the madrasas, so that when somebody leaves the madrasa, it doesn't end there. You can still go and practice engineering. You can learn how to be an engineer. You can learn fabrication. You can learn there's all sorts of stuff that can be learned. You can learn coding. You can learn programming. It doesn't have to end at idadi, because idadi will only lead to desperation. People should do more than that. The prophet had work. The prophet had his own work. We know that the prophet had work too. He had his own work. So everybody should have work, because there is no way we are going to build entire life. Because look at how many people are graduating from the idadi. How many of them can be employed? How many Islamic schools are there that you can go and be teaching Arabic and Islamic studies only? So people, we need to do more. Please, our people need to do more. The sheikhs, the clerics, we need to incorporate modern education into this Islamic education and Arabic education. So let us take Arabic education as foundation, not the end. When we talk about algorithm was started by a scholar called Al-Khwarizm. Al-Khwarizm was in Egypt, was in Baghdad. The most complicated foundations of mathematics today were started in the Islamic world. So why can we not so if what we are learning is Arabic, why can't we let our people embrace this? Then since they have, let us teach them engineering Arabic, if that's what we insist on doing. But let people have real professions that are consistent with modern day living, not to go and be doing things that you cannot find relevant employment. So if you don't find relevant employment, you yourself, you want to drive big car, you want to wear big garment, how will you not cut somebody else's hand or cut people's head? So we need to really look inwards and introspect. Let us collaborate with positive elements of the society who are working to transform our society, to empower our people. Like, for example, NasTV Africa. NasTV, they have been doing a very wonderful job. As far as to the best of my knowledge, there's a proposal we have been discussing, how they can take some aspects of modern training to the madrasas in collaboration with the Alpha. Let us not say things to do with Western education is around. Let's not be doing that. Let's embrace what is good. The Holy Prophet said we should go as far as China to go and learn. If the Chinese, the Holy Prophet knew the Chinese were not Muslims. He knew they are not of the Arabic world, but he said go there. So which means that the Holy Prophet himself knows that there's something meaningful that can be learned, that can be taken away from the practices and cultures and the education system of China, who are not Muslims. And this is like why I think our people should start to go forward. Let us embrace the best of everything that is good. By the grace of God, if our scholars are willing, people like us that have practiced outside in collaboration with some of our Son of the Soil, ventures like NasTV, we are willing to collaborate with them to help them to review their curriculum, to bring it in line with what is modern and what is current and relevant to modern living. Please, may God help us and guide all of us. All right. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.